Good morning. We will start session 2 on chapter coordinate geometry. So, in our yesterday's session, what we learned that in the coordinate axis, that is in the coordinate plane, suppose we have a line and how to find the distance between these 2 points if the coordinates of P and Q are respectively given, right? We found the distance. Today's class, we will understand how do we find that, in what ratio. If I say there is a point, say A. There is a point A, another graph what I will consider here. So same point I will take as PQ and this is midpoint B. This is midpoint. Exactly cutting in half. This is cutting in some ratio, dividing in some ratio. Right? That means I need to find in what ratio are these two dividing. If I know that, I can find the coordinates of point A. Got my point? See, I don't want to find the distance. I know that the given line segment is dividing in the ratio 2:3. The given line segment is dividing in the ratio 1:1. So here, if a given line segment has a coordinate P and Q and dividing it in the ratio of 2:3, what is this point? What are the coordinates of the point? And that we find by section formula. Right? Look at this. Same question I want to find, but I tell that they are not dividing in a ratio. When B is a midpoint of find PQ. So here we find that by midpoint formula. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2. So here we have x1, y1, x2, y2, the ratio as m1 and m2. And the point A, what we have. Let's see the formula for midpoint formula, what we have. So midpoint formula for this B, point B is given as x1 plus x2 divided by 2, 1 plus 1. y1 plus y2 divided by 2. This is comma children because we are finding coordinates. This is the formula to find midpoint of the given line segment provided what coordinates are given to us. Section formula, when we say, so it is given in the form of m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2 comma m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. Point A, where m and n are the ratios given. See the formula first. m1 into x2 we find plus m2 into x1. It has to be written as it is written. Practice it by writing again and again. You will understand the formula. So these are the two things what you have to know. Now, one more important thing what you have to know here is, now suppose given here is the ratio is 2 and 3. Sometimes they will tell you a line PQ is given which divides in some ratio, we don't know what, such that coordinates of P is given, coordinates of A is given, coordinates of Q is given. We need to find in what ratio are they dividing. Suppose ratios are unknown, ratio is always considered as k:1. If m1 and m2 are not given. Remember this concept very well. So our next exercise is based on midpoint formula and section formula. Let's quickly start with the exercise. So again you need to write what is midpoint formula. Only the formula part, section formula. Again, like today how I had said, I'll just send you one small PDF where the formulas are written. Just write it before you start with the exercise. Give the heading as midpoint formula and section formula. The next exercise on section and midpoint formula, first one. Always drawing the small graph figure is must and should here. Find the coordinates of point which divides the line. So assume that now this is a line, AB is the line which divides by the coordinates of the point, okay, some point P, which divides the line -1 and 7 and 4 and -3. So this point is x comma y, which I have to find, which divides in the ratio m1 is to m2, where m1 is 2 and m2 is 3. Very simple. We have the figure there, so we can do it very easily. Write your x1, y1, x2, y2. Which formula? Right. Bisection formula. Even in a yesterday's question, it is better if you write by distance formula always when you start. So bisection formula, first write Pxy is equal to, what's the formula, children? m1x2 plus m2x1 divided by m1 plus m2, comma m1y2 plus m2y1 divided by m1 plus n2. Just substitute the values. What is m1? 2. What is x2? 4. Plus what is m2? 3. What is x1? -1 divided by 2 plus 3. Use a comma here. Then m1 is again 2. y2 is -3 plus m2 is 3 into y1 is 7 divided by 2 plus 3. So 2 fours are 8. 8 minus 3 divided by 5, comma 2 threes are -6. 7 threes are 21 divided by 5. Let me just check. 3 into 5. Okay. So 8 minus 3 is 5 divided by 5. So -6 plus 21 is 15 divided by 5. I can cancel this. So P is equal to 5 ones are 5 threes are. Coordinates of P are 1 and 3. Very simple to understand. This is how you do the sum. Okay. Quickly we go to the next one. Second one. Find the coordinates of the point of trisection of a line segment. So if a line segment is given, a line segment is trisected, that is P, that is Q, equal parts, 1, 1 and 1, right? All the three parts are equal. The line segments, what they have given here is of joining two points, that is, this is -2, 3, oh sorry, this is 4 and -1 and other point is -2, -3. I'll consider this as, first it as x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, x4, y4. Okay. Now see children, here I need to find the coordinates of P and Q. Now first of all, this is the main figure. To find the coordinates of P here, first of all what we will do is, in AB, okay, I'll consider line segment AB now. I will redraw this. This is A and this is B. I'll only take the point P. So what is A point? This is 1. What is A point? 4 minus 1, which is x1, y1. What is for P? It is x2, y2. Keep it as it is. What is for B directly? It is -2, -3, that is x4, y4. Okay, keep it as it is. This is 1. What is it dividing in the ratio? 2. 1 plus 1. Q I have missed it. So this is my M1, this is my M2. Very clear how I have written? If you get confused between this x1, x2, best what you do here is consider this as x and y only. It is better. There will be no confusion, children. We'll consider this as x comma y. We'll consider this as x comma y. We'll consider this as x2, y2. No confusions. Okay? So this is x comma y and this is x2, y2. So which formula? By section formula I can Which formula can we apply to find the coordinates of P now? They are in the ratio 1:2 by section formula. Okay, so by section formula, coordinates of P, x comma y. That is why I understood why in formula we use a comma, because it is a coordinate, x and y what we are finding. So the formula is m1x2 plus m2x1 divided by m1 plus m2, comma m1y2 plus m2y1 divided by m1 plus m2. So what is m1 here? 1 into minus 2 plus what is m2? 2. 2 into x1. x1 is 4 divided by 1 plus 2. m1 y2. So m1 is 1. y2 is minus 3 plus m2. m2 is 2 and y1 is minus 1 divided by 1 plus 2. So minus 2 plus 4 2s are 8 divided by 3, comma minus 3 minus 2 divided by 3. So 8 minus 2 is 6 by 3 minus 5 by 3. So I can say coordinates of P, X, Y are, coordinates of P, X, Y are 3 1s are, 3 2s are, minus 5 by 3. Okay, one coordinate we found now. Now look at the second one. I have to find the Q coordinate, children. I'll just explain this first. What I will do to find Q coordinate now? Again I will choose AB, which is 4 minus 1 minus 2 3. I will choose now Q, which is in the ratio 2:1. This is one method of doing it. Section formula again. Apply the same thing how I had done there. We have another method also, children, here, how to find A and B. It is 4 minus 1 minus 2 3, right? Do I know the coordinates of P here? Yes. So this is what? P. In the ratio it is 1. So P coordinate is what? Just now what I found? 2 and minus 5 by 3. Q comes here. What I have to find? Into 1 into 1. Okay. So best what I can do now? 1 and 1. What if I remove this A? I have P coordinate, I have B coordinate, I have to find Q coordinate. Which formula comes there? Midpoint formula comes. So can I apply midpoint formula to find Q? Method 2. Or section formula using the same rule to the other side. So I am using midpoint formula to find. Now it's left to you. The second part to find Q can be found by first method or second method. Okay. Let's quickly write, but whichever you use, the figure is very important and you have to write by which formula are you using it. So I'll just erase this part now, which is not required. I'll keep that figure. Up to you. You can choose and you can do it. So second part, that was the first part of thing. Second part, what I will write the figure now is, I will write it as P, Q and B. So P is what? 2 minus 5 by 3. This is X, Y. This is X, Y. And B is what? Already we know, minus 2 by 3 in the ratio 1 is to 1. So this is X2, Y2 by midpoint formula. Let's start by midpoint formula. So by midpoint formula, Qxy is equal to capital X, capital Y. Okay. Qxy is equal to X plus X2 divided by 2, comma, it is Y plus Y2 divided by 2 is equal to, X is what here? 2 minus 2 divided by 2, comma, what is Y? Y is minus 5 by 3 and here Y2 is minus 3 divided by 2. Okay. If you want, you can finish taking LCM here and then touch the whole denominator part. First part is anyhow 0. So here it's going to be minus 5 minus 9 divided by 3 whole divided by 2. Very clear on this part? I'll do it here. 0, comma, equal to 0, comma, minus 9 minus 5 is minus 14 divided by 3 into 1 by 2, reciprocal. So this is 0, comma, minus 14 by 6. So coordinates of Q, X, comma, Y is equal to 0, comma, 2 7s are 14, 2 3s are 6. Even if you do this by section formula, children, you are going to get the same answer. So very clear. Let's move to the next one. Okay, third one, to conduct sports day activities in your rectangular shaped school ground ABCD, what you can see here, lines have been drawn with chalk powder at a distance of 1 meter each, as in the graphical part, 1 unit each, what you can consider. 100 flower pots have been placed at a distance of 1 meter from each other along AD. Therefore, can I say, let length of AD is equal to 100 meter, because each flower pot what we have placed, up to 100 flower pots what we have. Then Niharika runs 1/4 the distance of AD. Niharika runs 1/4 of AD, right? With respect to coordinates, how do we write for Niharika? Niharika will choose as n coordinate here, okay? First x should come. Look at Niharika's point. She is starting from second track. That means x is second. 1/4 of AD. So Niharika will run 2, 4, 25. Understood the coordinates of Niharika now? Okay. Similarly, they have given here on second line. Preet runs 1/5 the distance of AD. Preet runs 1/5 of AD. So Preet will consider it as P. On which track is the Preet running? I think Preet is running on the 8th track. So 8, 1/5 of 100. So Preet is running 8, 20. So let me just have a figure here if I draw. So this is something what they have running, right? So this is Niharika and this is Preet, where Niharika is running 2, 25, x1, y1. Preet is running 8, 20, x2, y2. Understood the main thing what they have given in the graph? I have drawn it. Okay. Then look at the next point, children. If Rashmi has to post a blue flag exactly halfway between the two line segments joining, Rashmi wants to post a flag post there in between these two where they are running. Dividing in the ratio 1:1. This is xy. At what coordinate Rashmi has to post the flag? Point number 1. Next. What is the distance between both the flag? What is distance between Niharika and Preet running when they have posted the flag? Distance formula. Two things what we have to find very clearly here. So shall I erase this part? For me it becomes very easy to find. Okay. So first what we will write here is distance between both the flags. By distance formula. Okay, so by distance formula, what is that distance? NP shall I write? I have used Niharika and Preet only. What is distance formula, children? x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. What is x2 there? It is 8 minus 2 whole square plus 20 minus 25 whole square. 8 minus 2, 6 square plus 20 minus 5, 5 square. 36 plus 25. So, how much? 61. Root 61 is the distance between both the flags. Done. Second part, what we have to find? We need to find that where Rashmi has to post the flag in between those. I will write here by midpoint formula. First we'll write a formula here. Coordinates of R, xy is equal to x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. I'll do it here. So x1 is 2 plus 8 divided by 2, comma 25 plus 20 divided by 2. 10 divided by 2, comma 45 divided by 2. Therefore, R coordinates of Rashmi, where she is going to point the flag, is 10 by 2 is 5, comma 45 by 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10. 22.5. Yes, very simple sum. Only thing you have to understand. You need to draw to understand first of all. That's very important, children. Next one, fourth one. Each sum here without drawing a rough figure, I don't think it will be possible to analyze and to understand. So, fourth one, the ratio, find the ratio. See the question, find the ratio. That means ratio is k is to 1. I'll write off first. Let the ratio be k is to 1. Always remember this one point. Find the ratio in which the line segment joining the points. So this is A and this is B. Let me see what points they are. minus 3, 10 and 6 comma minus 8 is divided by, somewhere here I take a point, this point is divided by minus 1 comma 6, x1, y1, x2, y2, x, y, k is to 1. Same formula children what we have to apply, but the ratio is k is to 1. By section formula, so what is the formula what we write there? P xy. First we write P xy as per the formula it is. It is m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2. This is my m1 and this is my m2 as it is, as per the formula I am writing, plus m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. Okay, and the coordinates P minus 1 comma 6 is equal to, what is your m1? K. What is your x2? 6 plus, what is your m2? 1. What is your x1? Minus 3. K plus 1. Understood how now? Comma. What is your m1? K. What is your y2? Minus 8. What is your m2? 1. What is your y1? 10 divided by k plus 1. 6k minus 3 divided by k plus 1 is equal to minus 8k plus 10 divided by k plus 1. Right? What you will get here. So the points here, what you write here is P minus 1 comma 6. Now let first coordinate 6k minus 3 divided by k plus 1 is equal to, I am comparing x coordinate to x, y coordinate to y, okay, and minus 8k plus 10 divided by k plus 1 is equal to 6. Exactly, you have to compare x to x and y to y only here. Remember, for finding the value of k children, any one can be used for substitution. I'll use this. Answer will be same. You can check it out. How will we solve this? 6k minus 3 is equal to minus k plus 1. 6k minus 3 is equal to minus k minus 1. Transpose 6k plus k is equal to minus 1 plus 3. 7k is equal to 2. K is equal to 2 by 7. K value is 2 by 7. Check if you want. You have to get 2 by 7. Either of one we substitute. Therefore, the ratio is k is to 1, which is nothing by 2 by 7 is to 1. Therefore, it is 2 is to 7. Conclusion. The line segment AB divides the point P in the ratio 2 is to 7. This is how you are going to conclude it. You can even solve for this children if you want, and you have to get that as 2 by 7 only, and you will get it. If you don't get it, you have done it wrong. Remember to compare this coordinate with x and this coordinate with y only. Okay? Remember that. And the fifth one. Sums are very simple here, only if you understand what you have to find, and main thing is if you draw what you have to find. Not just orally, if you just see and write the given and do it. No. The diagram is must and should here. The fifth one. Find the ratio in which the line segment is given. Let me just draw a line segment. A is given as 1 comma minus 5, B is given as minus 4 comma 5, is divided by the point x-axis. So this is a point x-axis. X-axis, how do we write the coordinates of x-axis? We write that as x comma 0. That means x value exists, y coordinate is 0. Abscissa exists, ordinate is 0. Okay. I'll take the question. Find the ratio. We have to find ratio, children. So k is to 1. So this is my m1. This is my m2. First of all, let me write. Let the ratio be k is to 1. Find the ratio. We have written line segments. For which the line segment A and B, this is my x1, y1, x2, y2, for which is divided by x-axis. Also find the coordinates of point of division. I need to find the coordinates also, and I need to find what is k also. Let's do it by which formula? Section formula. By section formula, P, I'll first write this as xy only, is equal to, the formula says m1 x1, m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2, comma m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. So p x comma 0 is equal to whatever values. What is m here? m1 is nothing but k. K into x2. x2 is minus 4 plus m2. m2 is 1 into x1 is 1 divided by k plus 1, comma. Next point what you get here is m2. m1 is k, y2 is 5 plus m2 is 1 minus 5 divided by k plus 1. Okay. So this is x comma 0 is equal to minus 4k plus 1 k plus 1, comma 5k minus 5 divided by k plus 1. Okay. Now see here, first equation, let minus 4k plus 1 divided by k plus 1 is equal to what? X. I can't find x also, I can't find k also, right? And but let us equate and keep it. And 5k minus 5 divided by k plus 1 is equal to 0. Which equation I can use here, children, to equate? This equation I can equate. I cannot, because k and x I can't find together. Equate this, that will become equal to 0. 5k minus 5 is equal to 0. 5k is equal to 5. K is equal to 1. K value is 1. What have they asked first here? Find the ratio. Let us first finish this. Therefore, the ratio is k is to 1, which is nothing but 1 is to 1. We're done with first part. Next, what they have asked, children, if they are dividing in ratio 1 is to 1, that means P became a midpoint of that point, right? Whatever it is. K is divided in the ratio 1 is to 1. Our work is done. Next, they have asked to find the coordinates of this point where it is dividing. Let us find. Whichever equation you want, you have to find, right? So what we will do here is, we'll substitute k value as 1 and let us find the value of x there. This we will find. Minus 4k into 1 plus 1 divided by k plus 1 is equal to x. What will happen if I substitute 1 here? I'll get 0 because ordinate is 0. Only abscissa I have to find. That is why in abscissa I will substitute k is equal to 1. Write here if you want. Let k is equal to 1. Minus 4 plus 1 divided by 2 is equal to x. So this is minus 3 by 2 is equal to x. X is equal to minus 3 by 2. Right? So coordinates of P are minus 3 by 2 comma 0. So this is the coordinate of x. Understood how to find? See, the numericals are simple only if you understand them. So we completed 5 sums. Remaining there are 4 sums to be done. With the 6th one, if the given coordinates are the vertices of a parallelogram taken in order. See, they have given taken in order. So if I consider A, B, C, D is a parallelogram, let me start the coordinates from A. 1, 2, 4, Y, X, 6 and 3, 5. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, x4, y4. Right? So if the given vertices are the vertices of a parallelogram taken in order, find x and y. To find x and y, children, here this is unknown, here this is also unknown. First of all, we will write ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay? Then we know that diagonals of parallelogram properties, diagonal property of a parallelogram bisect each other, which is very important here. That is, if I consider here as a point P, AP is equal to CP and DP is equal to BP. These are the diagonals. In diagonal AC, these two, and in diagonal BD, these two. Diagonal bisect each other. That means these two are equal, these two are equal. Coordinate P is the same. That means which formula I have to apply to find the coordinate P? If I consider BD, it's a midpoint formula. If I consider AC, it's a midpoint formula. So what we can write here is coordinates of midpoint of AC. See, AC is not equal to BD. Coordinates of midpoint of AC is equal to coordinates of midpoint of BD. Right? By midpoint formula. Midpoint formula for AC, if I apply first, it will divide in the ratio 1:1, children. So what will come here? x1 plus x3 divided by 2, comma, y1 plus y3 divided by 2 is equal to, here coordinates of BD, x2 plus x4 divided by 2, comma, y2 plus y4 divided by 2. Very clear on what I have written? Let me substitute x1, 1 plus x3 is x. Keep this as it is. Divided by 2, comma. What is y1? y1 is 2 plus y3 is 6 divided by 2 is equal to, what is x2? 4 plus x4 is 3 divided by 2, comma, what is y2? Y plus what is y4? 5 divided by 2. So 1 plus x divided by 2, comma, 6 plus 2 is 8 divided by 2 is equal to 4 plus 3, 7 divided by 2, comma, y plus 5 divided by 2. Let me equate x to x and y to y. Let 1 plus x divided by 2 is equal to 7 by 2 and 8 by 2 is 4 is equal to y plus 5 divided by 2. Is this very clear? 2 ones are 2 twos are. I'll do it here, children, because again if I do it down you cannot see. Just cross multiply with this. Right? So this is 2 plus 2x is equal to 14. 1 we will substitute. So 2 into 1 is 2. 2 into x is 2x. 7 2s are 14. 2x is equal to 14 minus 2. 2x is equal to 14 minus 2 is 12. X is equal to 6. Okay. X value we got it as 6. Next one. Y value we will find. Cross multiply. Y plus 5 is equal to, you can just do this below. Below this and below this, which I have done there. Just below this you do. 4 2s are 8. Y is equal to 8 minus 5. Y is equal to 3. Right? X is equal to 6 and y is equal to 3 are the coordinates of the respective x and y whichever was missed. So let's move to the next one. Seventh one. Seventh one I'll be giving it as homework, children. I'll just explain this. Find the coordinates of the point where AB is the diameter. This is the center of circle. Find the coordinates of point A where AB is the diameter of circle whose center is 2, minus 3 and B is 1, 4. I think you can do this. Which formula? Midpoint formula. Coordinate is given, children. You need to find with this. You know how to find by correlating it to x and y later. Mark this for homework. Eighth one. We've done similar sums. So I have given this for homework. Eighth one. If A and B are the given points, so if this is A and this is B, what is A point as? 2 and minus 2 and minus 2 is A point. 2 and minus 4 is the B point. If A and B are, these are the points, find the coordinate of P such that AB is equal to 3 by 7 AB. They have not given ratio, children. We have to find the coordinate, but they have given us some relation here, right? So let us find in what ratio are they dividing. AB is equal to 3 by 7 AB. Cross multiply. 7 times of AB is equal to 3 times of AB. 7 times of AB is equal to 3 of, how do you write AB? Is written as AB plus BB. 7 times of AB is equal to 3 times of AB plus 3 times of BB. 7 times of AB minus 3 times of AB is equal to 3 times of BB. 7 minus 3, 4 times of AB is equal to 3 times of BB. So if I write this as 4 times of AB upon BB is equal to 3. AB upon BB is equal to 3 by 4. Got the ratio? So AP and BP are dividing in the ratio 3:4. Now, what is this? This is x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2, this is m1 and this is m2. Finding coordinate of P is very simple, bisection formula, right? 8th one, children. Right? Anyhow, Saturday and Sunday you can complete the homework part here. So tomorrow Friday, what video you will get? You can complete this homework part. It is simple. See, I have solved it till here. Simple, I think coordinates you can find further. 8th one I have marked as homework, but half I have already done. So remaining finding the point P, x, y by midpoint formula, you have to take that as a homework. Right? Look at the 9th one. Because until unless you solve in the homework sum, you will not get confidence of solving it. That is why homeworks are given. 9th one. Find the coordinates of the point which divide the line segment. So, this is the line segment A and B. A is -2 and 2 and B is 2 and 8. 4 equal parts. P. So this is one part, R. Okay. Similar some trisection we have done now. This is dividing into 4 parts. Find the coordinates of PQR. Comes under homework. I'll explain, but this point wise what you have to do. First segment what you will do is here. You will consider A and B, which is -2 and 2 and 2 and 8, and only point P you will consider. 1 is here, so this will be 1:3. Okay, so P point you will find with the help of this. So now P point if you find, now you know next part how to find. Second part, what I will do again, I will consider, now P part is known, right? So here, let us again take this only. A, B, -2 and 2, and here it is 2 and 8. So, if I have to find here Q part, P is the midpoint. You can either do like that, children, or best you know what you can do here is here. Directly take R part. R is 1:3. Can you do that? Yes. Now see, this is one part, this is 3 part. 1, 2, 3. I found this as 3. Second half, now what I will do here is I will take A, I will take B, I will take R point here. 1, 2, 3 segments I'll finish. So P is over, Q is over. Now only left is here is Q. So Q, if you want, you can apply midpoint and you can find these two ratios, and you can find it by a midpoint formula. Now, last what you have last finding part is Q. Okay? But wherever you are writing bisection formula has to be done. Q, A and B. So this is exactly half and half, midpoint formula. With this PQR you will find. This is whole method 1. Okay. There is another very simple method. See, I would have only told you the simple method. Then there will be 1 or 2 students will be asking, teacher, why can't we do like this? So I thought, let me tell you both the methods. Difficult first and the easiest one later. I will definitely prefer the second method. Now what is the second method? See here. This is my first figure. Second figure, what I will do is, I will take A, I will take B, I will find Q directly by midpoint formula. Q is done. Okay. Second question part, what I will do is A, Q, P. I will again apply midpoint formula. Third part, I will do that is, Q is already done here, no? So this is Q B R by midpoint formula. All three I find by midpoint formula only. This is my second method. I would have definitely gone for this method than this. But both are equally right, children. You will get answer for both. Only thing is you have to know how to solve the sum. And this is only possible if you draw. Orally if you start thinking, because I've seen by correcting answer sheets, there are no geometry figures. Without geometry figures, abstract you can think and write. I don't know how. So please have these figures. They'll give you the clear information what you have to do. Understood about both the methods? Here section formula, then midpoint formula, quite a lengthy. But this is very, very simple. First half midpoint, then part of that midpoint, this part midpoint. All three you can find by midpoint formula. Apply whichever method you feel convenient in doing it. Still you have a difficulty, you can always call me and ask, right? So, and the last one. Tenth one. That's again a homework, children. Find the area of the rhombus. Now, here rhombus formula they have given as a hint, half product of its diagonals, but in examination they don't give you. So these are diagonals. What they have given? 3, 0, 4, 5, minus 1, 4, minus 2, minus 1. What's the formula? Area of rhombus is equal to half D1 into D2. Half, what is D1? AC. What is D2? BD. What are this AC and BD? Are the distance, right? You don't want the of course coordinates are required. You should find the measure of AC and BD are the measures I'll write here. Not the distance, they are the measures. That means, how should I find AC, children, here? Which formula should I apply? I have to apply distance formula. Which formula I have to apply? By, do it, keep this formula as it is if you want, or simultaneously you can do it. By distance formula, find AC. By distance formula, find BD. Substitute in this and find. Clear? See, even in this sum, there were two sums where we had come across distance formula. Just remember, in a given coordinates are given. You have to find this measure. This is called as distance formula. You have to find in what ratio are they dividing, section formula. Dividing equally, midpoint formula. Only thing you have to identify what, it's actually very simple chapter, and you can say it's a scoring chapter because numbers are very small, calculation is very simple. Only thing you have to identify what you have to do in this chapter, right? We left with the last exercise, that's about area of triangle, and area of triangle formula is almost similar to what we actually applied during cross multiplication method, right? So we'll be completing this chapter by the last formula what we have to find area of a triangle when coordinates are given. See, the thing is here, you have learned finding area of triangle when base, altitude, height or sides are given. That is simple half base into height. But if it is not a right angle triangle or an equilateral triangle, given a scalene triangle when sides are given, how did you find? In 9th standard you learned that by Heron's formula. Now here, to find area of triangle when the coordinates are given. Using those coordinates we find area of a triangle. Now see, using coordinates, even if I find the distance, no use. What I should do? Find the distance, apply Heron's formula, such a big one. But only using coordinates I can apply the formula and find area of a triangle, right? That we'll be doing it in the next session. Complete the homework, but to complete that homework sums, first of all you need to be very thorough with the first 5 sums what we have done, because remaining sums I have marked for homework. Remaining sums are the simplest one. They are again based on the first 5 sums only. For that you need to be perfect with distance formula as well, section formula, midpoint formula, know how and when to apply them.